Brought to you by National Mutual.
Good evening, I'm Jo Hall. Investigations have been launched into separate amusement park incidents in 2 states. This afternoon, a man and 5 children were rushed to hospital after a freak accident at the Dandenong Show, southeast of Melbourne.
Police say the 6 injured at the Dandenong Show were lucky to escape with their lives. The 5 children were in this air castle when it was hit by a freak gust.
It just took off right up in the sky about 50 feet and it tipped and all the kids fell out.
A 24-year-old operator tried to stop it by grabbing a rope. He dangled from the castle, eventually falling onto the roof of the Dodgem cars. He had leg lacerations, the worst of the children's injuries, a fractured arm. And in the Sydney suburb of Campbelltown, 5 people were hurt when a section of a ride collapsed at an amusement park last night. Worst injured, Lee Falconer, with a double break in her leg.
Just all of a sudden, we were talking and laughing, and next thing I was sitting there and I couldn't move.
A mechanical fault is believed responsible. Nick McCallum, National 9 News.
5 people will appear in a South Australian court tomorrow after the discovery of one of the country's biggest amphetamine factories. Following a tip-off from Victorian police, South Australian officers swooped on an isolated farmhouse northeast of Adelaide. Concealed in a large shed, a sophisticated laboratory police believe was capable of producing hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of drugs.
It is very professional, it's well structured, and obviously the people involved knew what they were doing.
The cards are being dealt and the roulette wheel is spinning at Australia's newest casino. The European-style venue was officially opened in a glittering ceremony in Canberra last night, and there were plenty of high rollers and political heavyweights in attendance. First-nighters were also given the chance to win the opening game of roulette, a solid gold ball used to celebrate the occasion. That honour went to one of Canberra's most notable former residents. Sport, and the West Indies are within sight of the Australian 11's first innings total in their 4-day match in Hobart. At stumps on day 2, the tourists were 4 for 254. The Australians finished with 341. Steve Waugh falling just 5 runs short of his century. In reply, the Windies openers tore into the attack, Phil Simmons scoring 106.
Just like that.
And in golf, Brett Ogle has successfully defended his South Australian Open title at Royal Adelaide. In a tight finish, Ogle shot a final round 69, beating fellow New South Welshman Craig Warren by 1 shot. Now looking at tomorrow's weather, and a fine Monday coming up for Brisbane, Sydney and Darwin, mainly fine in Melbourne and Perth, while Adelaide is expecting a late thundery shower. That's the news for now. Until I see you again, good night.
This has been a National 9 News presentation.